How's it going, everyone? It looks like a PlayStation studio is working on a AAA horror title in Unreal Engine 5. We'll talk about that. Kind of a surprising PlayStation 5 upgrade coming this fall. We'll talk that. Scarlet Nexus gets a free patch adding some new content, and the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe will be dropping on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 next month. More on that quickly at the end of this video. But first of all, Firesprite is working on a AAA horror title. This is coming off of a job listing that a Reset Era user did spot. The UK-based studio's website noted that they are working on a horror game and it is in development and it is running on Unreal Engine 5. It officially notes, "We are looking for a narrative director to join our development team for a AAA narrative-driven horror adventure game in Unreal 5. The narrative director is responsible for project storytelling, helping establish and consider the game's universe and lore, with responsibility for the quality implementation of narrative content for project milestones and ultimately the game's release." Now, obviously, when people are going to talk about horror games on the PlayStation platform, they're gonna think Silent Hill, guys. Just put that dream to rest for now. However, you know, Firesprite has worked on some titles that were focused on VR, so this could be a VR horror game. I mean, horror games in VR tend to work pretty well, and I believe they are helping out with Horizon Call of the Mountain, so that's another VR title. They also did help out with The Persistence, and that can be played in VR and off VR, so you know, there are some options in what they could do. Hopefully it is something compelling, but, you know, if VR 2 is going to be a big deal, they need to put compelling big budget titles on it, and horror games tend to work pretty well in VR, so I could see that being a thing. Probably a new IP again. I know that people are going to immediately call to, like, Silent Hill, but, I would put that dream to rest at least for now, and maybe in the future it'll come back, but in that case, I would just let that be something you would get surprised by instead of, you know, expectations being there for a new Silent Hill. Let's expect a new IP. You know, Firesprite's a pretty talented team, so hopefully they can drop something pretty interesting, whether it be in VR or be a non-VR title. A narrative-driven horror adventure could be pretty cool, however, and it is in development for PlayStation 5. And Firesprite seemingly is going to be a pretty busy studio with a couple of things in development right now, so cool to see that studio continue to expand. Alright, moving on from that, it was noted that Ys 8 is coming to PlayStation 5 this fall. It's not like Ys 8 is this technical juggernaut of a game. I mean, it is on the PlayStation Vita, so this was kind of a surprising announcement, but Ys 8 is a fantastic game. If it improves the resolution, the performance, hey, by all means, bring it to the PlayStation 5. I think this is a great entry point for, you know, newcomers to the Ys franchise. It's a pretty lengthy game, it has quality combat, and it has a quality soundtrack that you could always expect out of Ys. I usually recommend it. I wouldn't pay over, you know, like 20 bucks for the game at this stage of the game, just because it's been out for quite a while. Hopefully it is a free upgrade and it's not a significant price bump. Like, hopefully it doesn't drop at like 60 bucks on PS5. That'd be a little wild. But yeah, I thought Ys 8 was a great game, so cool to see that. That'll be coming this fall, by the way. Also, to keep it on the topic of Japanese RPGs, Scarlet Nexus has gotten a free patch update, version 1.08. Now, this is a part of the Tales of Arise collaboration content, so that is dropping. I believe Hoodle's coming in the game, and there's a couple of other things, and Tales of Arise is getting some stuff from Scarlet Nexus, so pretty cool as far as that's concerned. I thought Bandai Namco had a banger year for JRPGs last year with Scarlet Nexus and Tales of Arise dropping in the span of 3 months. I mean, those were two top-notch JRPGs in my opinion, and you know, they killed it last year. Hopefully things pick up for Bandai Namco a little bit this year, but we already got the announcement of One Piece Odyssey. Digimon Survive is still, you know, waiting in the wings. There's some cool stuff coming from Bandai Namco, hopefully in 2022 and early 23. This update also includes a very easy difficulty, and a new story demo is going to be coming soon. It looks like that'll be expanding the demo that was available, and you'll be having more content, and you'll be able to carry that content over into the full game. It's nice to see that they are remaining committed to Scarlet Nexus, because I didn't know how this game did from a commercial standpoint. I was hoping it did really well, because while the ending was pretty conclusive, there's definitely opportunity to expand this franchise, and I think you have a quality IP here, and I think there is a potential for it to grow and become even bigger, and what they have in place with Scarlet Nexus I think is of high quality, and ultimately the game has to do well, but they've been rolling out a lot of updates, a lot of DLC. Now, a lot of the plans for this were already in place prior to the game's launch, but good to see that they have been remaining committed to it, and I know it went to Xbox Game Pass, so they probably got a nice check for, you know, bringing it to Xbox Game Pass, and hopefully the game continues to sell well. At this stage of the game, you can get it for like $20, $25, and it's a great buy for that price, because I would recommend you to play through the game twice, and doing it twice, doing the side content. If you want to buy the DLC, you could do that, and overall it will take you around, you know, at least 40 hours to go through the game twice. Probably longer than that, probably in the 45 to 50 hour range. Really enjoyed the game, compelling story as well, great soundtrack, and yes, I know the common complaint with the game is not a ton of cutscenes. The story is presented more of a visual novel style, but it works well. Voice acting solid. Do check it out if you're a fan of JRPGs. Lastly, I do want to note the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe launches April 27 for PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The expanded reimagining of one of the more iconic first-person titles that you can find. Obviously, Stanley Parable is a game that's been out for a little while, but this one is an enhanced version of the game, so you'll be able to check that out come April 27th. If you guys want to know, the original Stanley Parable dropped at $14.99, and it has 36,000 Steam reviews, and I believe 92% of the reviews are positive. 88 on Metacritic. It was a very well-received game, and a lot of people checked it out. I played it for a little bit, didn't really hook me, but it is noted the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is an expanded reimagining of 2013's The Stanley Parable. You'll play as Stanley, and you will not play as Stanley. You will make a choice, and you will become powerless. You are not here to win. The Stanley Parable is a game that plays you. So yeah, that'll be coming again April 27th, pretty much hitting just about every platform, so you can be on the lookout for that. But that's gonna do it for me. Again, Firesprite staying busy, you know. As far as a AAA horror game, I imagine that this is a brand new IP, and the fact that they're looking for a narrative director right now, I imagine that the game is still, you know, relatively early on in its development, but we'll see how that ultimately turns out. Do expect that on the PlayStation 5, and hopefully, you know, we see some reveals as far as new games coming to PS5 here sooner rather than later. A lot of the games that have been announced, you know, Spider-Man 2, we knew that was coming. God of War, knew that was coming. Wolverine's cool. Would like to see some gameplay of that because we know nothing about that game, and hopefully, you know, we just get clarity on some of these games here soon. And Horizon Call of the Mountain, another VR title, Firesprite's helping out with, along with Guerrilla Games. Want to see gameplay of that, so yeah, hopefully we see that soon. Ys 8 coming to PS5 this fall. Scarlet Nexus getting a free update, adding a very easy mode. The game's not that difficult to begin with, so, I mean, unless you're looking for a complete story-driven experience, I guess you could check that out. Tales of Arise collaboration hitting as well, and a new story demo coming soon, and the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe dropping April 27th for PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.